I mean, I got the coffee like a minute ago and I didn't start recording straight away. I suppose they're so needy, aren't they? So the thing we learned with the blue circuits is I can't paint belts. It's the first thing we learned. Second thing is we want to try and avoid side loading outputs if we can at all help it. The more we can help it, the better. The more we can avoid it, the better. I might need to drop this down to medium power poles too. I don't want to, but I might have to. So the other thing I need to do is get ideally 4 of these in a row. Because that'll shrink down the size and reduce. Like it means instead of spreading this out by that, it means 1, 2, 3, 4. It means it would be like that. It would be, yeah, half the size. I can get now the 2 belts down, which is good because it means that vertically won't be just this towering monstrosity, which is a pathfinding problem for trains. I mean, even then I could still probably work with it, but it's not ideal. So yeah, first thing is 7. Now this one does benefit from being side-loaded. The last one. So we'll do the side loading on the last one. Side load that to switch sides. I could probably do the same there. Also, in fact, I'm going to extend the length of that. Let's redo this a tiny bit. Why only 6? Should be 7. Or do you mean horizontally there, or do you mean the vertical palette? Yeah, the 7th one needs to side load. Yes, it does need to do that. Do 3. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull off full length, a longer length smelter. The problem is at 9.4. I don't have my thing open. There it is. If I bring up this here at craft speed 9.4 for an 8.8. Steel craft time is 16. Productivity is 1.2. Output per craft is 1. It's like 96 something. No, 64. Yeah, 64. Is belt traveling longer, better, or worse for train pathfinding? Well, it's not so much the train path. It's the trains finding the destination that's a problem. Admittedly, the belts being longer is worse for UPS, so it's in my. It would benefit me to make the belts shorter than longer. But I need a 64 long smelter to do the 8.8 beaconing to get the full lane. And this one probably benefits greatly from chest stubs or splitter stubs. So that's steel would be 64 long, and this is only 28 long. So steel is more than double this, and that's why I like the idea of doing these 4 long, because then they match the length of the steel smelter. It's not critical, I guess, but it just looks nicer. But I don't think I'm going to get 4 belts down here to do, while doing everything that I want. I could probably get 3, like one down here. If I do that, I might be able to just... No, I can't quite reach. I just barely reach over to there. Could squeeze one in. If I change this up a bit, I could probably do it. There might not be enough room. Yeah. See, it's stuck there, so it needs to side load into that. There. That doesn't work. You there? Really get me anything? Oh, can't be on that. You see, I think this... It needs to be 3 long, not 2 long as well, that thing. Pretty sure that won't work. Needs to do that. Hey, maybe it is possible. Hey, Kubu. How you doing? Maybe it is possible to pull it off. Why the cam? Oh, yeah. Hang on, that's Discord. There we go. Back to normal. Hemispheric compensation. Hey, you're doing good again. I move these over a tile, then I could squeeze undergrounds in there. Like that. But as I said, I don't know if it actually benefits me in any way. Oh. How does that one work? I'm doing alright. Actually a little tired because the neighbour's dog just went crazy in the middle of the night. It spotted a possum or something. I hate it when that happens. Admittedly, it's still only 3. I need to get a 4th in there somehow. I'm not seeing anything... Yeah, like I actually need to get 2 and then 2. It's not going to happen. Yeah, well, I'll just stick with the 2 and deal with it, and try and deal with the trains. Yeah. Yeah, I'll just deal with what I got and then have the trains fix it. Okay. I would very much appreciate these not doing that. Improvement. Slight improvement. Not that it really matters. So I'm gonna need to tear all this up anyway. Save on some belt. Man. So that should make give a little bit of a saving on... I suppose this is actually the same because the output's the same as the input. It should give me a little bit of a saving with less side loading. Okay. Now the worst part is all this has to go because this is all messed up. There's a lot of issues with it. Now keeping that. Keep beacon and furnaces. Maybe. Yes, but everything else has to go. After all that. Because of that mistake that I made. The very, very beginning. Gonna love me? They are. That construction queue. Yeah, what I'll do is I'll recruit them some friends. If there are any. Might have actually removed them from the list. Let's get some more friends. Speaking of, let's not do that. We don't need green missiles. Oh, I should have kept the radars as well. Right, I'm happier with that smelter. I mean, for consistency, I could also just do more undergrounds. At the same time, I would like to see what's going on with it. I mean, it doesn't do anything other than save on some regular belt. Saving on belt's always a good thing. It's a noble endeavour. Right, I'm gonna just slide on over here. I do have the gears for them. It does save on entities. Not that it really, again, makes any difference. Doesn't make any appreciable difference. Okay, do you actually have the materials? I think you do. I'll make it easier on you bots. Alright, how are we going to do this? So I need 64 of these. So you spend an hour fitting 6 lanes of belt into a space of 3 belts. Oh, that's tight. That takes some doing. That would have been spaghetti central. Hang on, undo that. So what I'm thinking is passing between it doesn't really. Like, I'm not getting full 8-8 deal out of it. What am I getting out of it? $4.4. Slightly off, 5.4. So it's 6 beaconing instead of 8. How does that affect everything? 5.4. I mean, it would be like that too. Yeah, and then there'll be another one there to output. 5.4. Okay, so 5.4, it's basically almost half. Yeah, so it's leaning onto, I'm probably like, I'm going to hazard a guess 80, no, 90. 108? 112? 112-ish. So that goes from 64 to 100. Okay, that's no good. Copper, iron, stone, brick, steel, yet to be added. Loading fun to look at. I mentioned that I don't like chiptunes. 90% sure it has medium poles. I'm pretty sure it does too. Can't go straight up. I think the last one that I did, which wasn't full beacon, it was 8-8, but it was rotated like this. Like that. It's a perpendicular 8-8. That. How did you get... kind of makes sense actually when I think about it. This one turned out to be quite poor when I tested it. Yeah, it needs to be like that. That has issues though. And yeah, and then spacing has issues too. I'm trying to remember how I did this last time. They don't contribute. God damn it. 9.4. Alternatively, I could feed the plate into the steel. Image of spaghetti. There we go. This is for steel. So iron ore comes in on the very outside. Steel comes out the center. Oh. I get it right? There we go. I got it right that time. Yeah, I always spell it wrong the first time. That's some spaghetti right there. That's intense. Damn. Oh dear. The Beacon Alliance, that doesn't. So that's the next step, which doesn't. The main line cannot be moved. I was wondering about that. Hmm. Yeah. Well, at least it was repeatable. Pretty funny. I know. I think we've all been in that situation. I know I have. Where you build the unload and say, "Oh, hang on, I don't have enough space," and you just got to make do. I wonder if full beacon does is better in this case. And that's ultimately what we should be testing is seeing what's better in every situation instead of just assuming. That's half the problem, is assuming. $13.4. Craft speed, 13.4. I think it goes down to something like 48. Yeah, it does. 46? 46. Hopefully up arrow still spells it right. Yep, it does. Please send help. Yeah, I can send help in the form of these. Yeah, that's struggle town right there. So it'll be 48 full beacons. 46, sorry. Versus 64. But I think 48 is still longer. Alright, save this. You know where I need to go next. Then we can start on the intersection. Please don't crash OBS, please don't crash. I'm not actually sure what's causing that. It seems to be the full screen switching that's like it's related to full screen switching. But there's been no updates or patches or anything recently. There's been no Windows updates that would have changed it. Yeah, I mean, the belts work. It's just there's not a lot of room for expansion or change or anything really. You don't like spaghetti. I mean that is potentially an issue. So they mark one of the smeltery. goes. So... start with a full beacon, seeing as though that's why I came in here in the first place. Yeah. I have a broad idea in mind. That's headache inducing. Yeah. Subimus stationamus. I assume that I'm going to need more than one belt feeding. I think it needs like 3 belts feeding it. Let's be consistent. Output that side. Smelting where you build products. Train emerald resources. Oh, there's a few ways to do it, smelting. Usually you do it as usually do it as one separate brick, because it's such a significant build. Hey, Iron Wolf, throwing down that host. How much belt? I mean, the same amount of belt as an 8-8 beacon. Right, let's sideload it for now. There's a few things I want to try. Eight, 12, 24, 36, 48. What did I say? It was 46, I think. 46. Let's pull it back to there. 746. So that should make a full build of steel. There'll be a few things I need to do to make it actually, or to get it to actually make a full build of steel. One of those is I'm pretty sure it needs a lot more than one belt. Yeah. Dead tree carcasses everywhere. I can't remember if it's 2 or 3 belts this will need. The most important metrics for a Megabase smelter array. Least UPS drain, generally. For a Megabase one. What is 5? It needs 12,000. Really? 11,557. Okay, maybe it needs 4. It's long. You know, I forgot something very important. Dear. Okay. This time, do an actual smelter. It's actually longer than the entire test set of the other smelters. I know what I did wrong. That's supposed to go there. goes there. You go there. More effective to use 2 stack inserters in a chest, believe it or not. I mean, it does help with the supply situation too. Seven point four, 11.4, 13.4, 13.4. 13.4, 13.4 plus some extra space for belts, which I like. There. Found one spaghetti build as a blueprint. Let me know. Spacing must be maxed. Wonder what are the best areas to go about UPS optimizations? Usage. Usually it's usually the targets are minimizing the UPS usage from belts. Belts are the big one. The assembly machine, the faster they are, the less you need. Therefore, the more saving. That's the idea. So the idea of the full beacon is you get a saving from just not needing as many of them. Count that. 13. $24. 36. It's even longer now. No, that's right. Be 96. 96. It's 48. Go. Long boy. It's a longin'. Don't think I can pull that one down there, because these are already beacon aligned. I mean, I could pull those out and see what happens. It would save on space. Away with ye. Yeah, the belts, having long belts seems to be bad. Having lots of splitters, also bad. If I bring up this, you'll see when there's gaps on the belt, you'll see the inserters tend to get stuck active. So long, continuous belts, not great. As long as the output's blocked, it seems to be okay. Actually, these are behaving different to normal. That's interesting. This has changed. It's the majority of UPS goes into the furnaces, the inserters, and the transport lines. Beacons indirectly. Beacons themselves don't really cost any UPS. They do indirectly by power consumption. So increasing power consumption increases the amount of power you need to generate, which in turn can increase the amount of effective UPS needed. Turn that off right there. Is it for one belt? It's like 11. Putting 3 inserters between belts. I mean, potentially. And that's just because the way the belts split themselves up. The next thing I need to do is start extending this. Oops. Belt stubs and clocking. I think this one needs chest. Well, given what I'm seeing here with the inserter activity, I'm not sure that they benefit from stubs anymore. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's really interesting, because these would normally get stuck active, but you see that they idle. I mean, they still poll. Can't run Factorio simultaneously and help with comparing builds. That'd be nice. I'm already interested in this lack of inserter activity. That's peculiar. Right, do that. Influences would behave differently, which that's true. They wouldn't synchronize. They can go further than 20, 11. Oh yeah, you run them as two separate installs. Doing 1.4. I'm doing half a lane so far. Half a lane. I mean, these go through much quicker. It's just interesting that the inserters are idling when these are not needing resources. That's unusual. I mean, these still need to build up too. Interesting, the stuttering's not reaching the end. Oops. There. Yes, this one's fully backed up. So, okay, so these are still building inventory. Yeah. Could just split the instances and not share the same physical resources. The only way to do it is really just have two... Let's just set it up so they're all as identical as possible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They're not even halfway. Uh... 23. That one there. Oh yeah, the iron plate is overbuilt for what it is. There's no real way to one-to-one it once you add productivity. There's no nice way to do it. You pretty much just gotta live with it. Now. So this thing... Wrong side. There. Yeah, you actually do get an advantage out of it. It actually helps you to have it overbuilt. Use the buy tile. It means that this idles more. And this tends to always move just more stuff. I could logic these to not fill up to 100. Because I don't really need to, because these already fill up. Hey, it's a Veldak. Say less than 20. $178k tiles from spawn, you're almost there. Okay, so that's slowed down now. I've got something wrong, I think. 5 and 16 seconds. 5, 16 seconds. 11 takes 2,700 apparently. Oh, I'm missing out on iron plate productivity, that's why. Oh. I forgot about that. Yeah, so it's only 2,300. So it'd be more like 12... No, 13. 13. Yep. Not 11, it'd be 13. What is it currently? 92. It was 46, wasn't it? Yeah, 46. I was just digesting some other numbers. Which means... 23. I think I did a smelter which ran these slower as well. They ran them at like 8.4. At the cost of logic? Extra buffer? So it turns out that this logic doesn't really... This logic here is basically free. There's so few cycles in it. Every test I've done with logic, there's very little cost involved. Almost nothing. At least so far. That could be, like... It's something that also needs to be tested. Poor Clowntown server, just being clobbered by Veldak. I mean, technically, it's the same as just letting this thing reach the cap. It just means that it reaches the cap sooner. It means that this is active a little less. Well, not really. It just means that it's not absorbing a massive buffer. So it means it isn't, It isn't... Saving took 12 minutes. This is the thing that worries me if I go get a community server, is that Veldek's just going to abuse the hell out of it. The poor thing. Speaking of, I do want to start one. I mean, I could save by doing this. Yeah, Ribbon World instantly means going towards the edge. I mean, the smart money's on limiting your limiting your ability to go to the edge. Instead of just doing one long chonker, back it off to here. Redo this bit. Oh, was the inserter thing in the LDEF 4? I haven't actually. Not gonna lie, I haven't been reading those. Like, I'm still kind of worried it's just going to become a best of Reddit. Sort of. I really hope it doesn't become that. It's sort of leaning that way. Okay. Still have a problem, mind you. I don't know if you can pick it. But I might have an issue. I legitimately have no idea how I'm going to deal with this. Oh, let's just, oops. Start by flipping this. Just doing the mirror of. One, two. I mean, the actual steel smelting's kind of important. I could also add and add. What about longhand? They swing all the time. They never idle. So this was a test that was done back in like version 15. Yeah, version 15. The conclusion was basically stack inserter wins every possible combination over fast and long inserter. East west and go north south. This one can't do that. Because of the no splitter thing, it's got to be one belt to one belt. Actually, this could be interesting. This one's got to be one train to one train. Oh, This might not work with the whole one-to-one thing. The one-to-one from the patch to the pack. Science pack. I got an idea. That idea is to look at any prior work that's been done. Wob wob wob. It's iron. Where's he parked the steel? Copper. Circuits. Pipe ends. That looks like it. Or is it just a case of doing one build to one build? Yeah, I think it's one. Oh yeah, one wagon to one wagon. There you go. Ah, I see. Also, let's have a look at this. A lot of idling inserters there. Interesting. Colonial will. So he solved it by, or Will solved it by just sticking to the strict one wagon to one wagon rule. So one wagon makes as much as it can out of what it can provide. And then it becomes one wagon. That does mean it's a lot slower, potentially. I wonder if it is possible to bypass this step. I can go direct from ore. I'm not sure it is. Hmm. You know what? I think this might actually be the best way to do it too. Because it's 8 beacons. Which we know is better. It's interesting they're using red belt too. Hmm. I think this falls into the same category too as labs, where would actually benefit from bots just by virtue of it being so slow. Like things like belt stubs and chest stubs don't work on. Yeah, it'll be lower startup cost. The thing is though that because it's red belt, it moves slower, which has its own cost associated with it. Because it means the output inserters need to spend more time hunting for a slot, an output position. Drain to furnace with no belts, then you wouldn't have beacons. Two extra furnace to eat iron productivity. That is one thing this takes advantage of. This thing does eat. It does make use of the iron productivity, which the direct iron ore to steel does not make use of. It doesn't make use of productivity. I mean, this base is pretty good. It's 8.4, 8.5 overall. Yeah, 8.4. I think it's doing 2k a minute from memory. Or is it doing 4k? The fact that it's already blown past... Oh no, it is doing 2k. 8 for 2k seems a little low. That's terrible. That's actually terrible. Yeah, that actually seems pretty bad. If anything. Ducky. It's a wood ducky. A luminescent wooden duck. I mean, doing the steel that way means you're actually making use of the productivity. So, like, you're doing more with what you got. I mean, I guess it's less. It would be less inserters. I think it's less inserters. Or sort of. Oh, can't think of a way to describe it. So with the direct one and having the productivity slowing down the iron smelter, you still got the irons. The oh yeah, it still gets productivity and just eats it by idling. This one, you don't have inserters on the inputs here constantly being hammered by moving belts. I mean, like, these are still mostly idling, which is pretty good. That's a recent optimization. That's a new one on me. I haven't seen that before. But it means, like, it's still waking up periodically, which means that even though it's idling, and this is full, it's still doing something, even though it doesn't need to. I can see that being an advantage to get rid of that. Hmm. Still interesting that this turned out to be worse than an 8.8 build. Oh yeah, I sort of can. It's not amazing. Problem there is you tie up a lot of outpost trains because they'd unload very slowly. Going direct to machine has never been particularly... Like, you can make it work, but it requires really specific builds. It works better as like all to blue circuit sort of arrangement. Well, there was one on Discord recently. Abaddon had one that did it. Hmm. I could try. Spur turn them around. It's the absolute adherence to the idea of having no loops, doing that shunt thing. Like, it's the most roundabout way of saying just do a row. Like, it's not a problem anymore. That issue is fixed. Like, in version 14, I guess 15 as well, and it was especially a problem in version 14 and older. You really did need to do that. Yeah, the thing is, row is actually better, like for high throughput. Turns out the Factorio most of the time you don't need that much throughput for it to really be a problem. But, yeah. It's sort of saying I need a row, but not admitting that end to end has a limit. The other thing you can do with a row is hot load, which is a system where you have what you do is you have the first train pulling out and you have the other one pulling in, so you'd have signals down the way. I don't I sort of do it, but I don't really think of it because in Transport Tycoon, you couldn't put signals on station tiles, so you couldn't hot load. I know that was a contentious issue. Some of the people in the community there. The OpenTTD community is weird. They're very selective about realism. So what if I do just... I gotta do a lot of testing to really see which is better. I could just do a third smelter which takes iron to steel smelter. Because normally I do direct. Yeah, normally I'd always do direct. In fact, I think I've already got the solution here. Something chiptunes. It just occurred to me that like I could do... I was thinking, oh, just do undergrounds there. Yeah, you can't sideload into that. Have to be like that. Can move that over. Should still be 13.4, 13.4. E. Aww, just barely doesn't reach. That's sad. Alright. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I got an idea. Look out, I got an idea. Don't have my delivery thing. Yes, eat the things. Oh, everyone pulled it off. I think I said it was 13. Yeah, 13 is... equals that. No. Equals that divided by 1. 2721. So 13. See. Sometimes the original substation makes you wish they were rectangular shaped. Yeah, and then you want them in. You want them in every orientation. So that's making 1.5k. 26 is 1.5k. This is barely seeing any to the point where I'm questioning its existence. Stinson is imposter. So you completed, yeah, you completed the task because Stinson the imposter wasn't here. Cap it at 12. there. You know there's an exclamation mark honk as well. There it is. Yeah, it's 12.6. It's in between 12 and 13. I'm just thinking where to go from there. So if I use these two builds as one wagon. Well, that can be one wagon there, and this is another wagon. So that's 4 wagons now. So I just need to cram 4 in either side, and potentially get 8 out. It's either that or I condense it down into like 4 wagons or something. Ooh, there's a thought. There's a wacky thought. Let's go back to this for a second. Creative mode update. Settings in creative. Chest moved by 1 or 2 items. Ruined your test map. Of course. Steel. So we need 76,000 a minute. See, engines really needs 8. Does it? Does it need 8 though? Yeah, it does. Yeah, I need 8 wagons. In all these cases. Well, not all of them, but most of them. Like solar, I can probably get away not doing 8. Low density and track definitely does need 8s. This probably get away with. Oh, I'm doing the builds in 8s anyway, so it needs to be 8s. Not an Excel math. This is like Factorio Lab. Is doing the job, doing the work. I mean, I can show you in here too. I mean, like this derives from the calculators anyway. I don't think I did. No, I didn't actually populate steel. But yeah, it needs to be still needs to be in 8s anyway. So that settles that. That's better. Fine. That's Factorio Lab. It's a fairly new one. Well, new to me at least. So yeah, what I could do is add a 3rd and 4th, and then this entire thing carries 8 through. There it is. Oh yeah, I forgot I'd actually done that. So, let's clear that out again. As I say, I'm not particularly... Just haven't been happy with Kirk McDonald. Also, those don't need to combine. They should be separate. How do I separate them? Have a good night. Alright, you gonna have some dinner? Alright, have a good one, Spenny. I'll be headaching this for quite a while longer, I suspect. That one tile gap. That one doesn't reach. It's actually annoying. Thing is, what I need is like 4 and 4. So I might actually need to separate these out further. Get the 1-to-1 going again. I mean, I could just ignore that and just have it connect externally like that. Just ignore the problem here. Okay. You know what, I'll separate them out. Two like that. Cut you, paste you. There we go. And I can just output these directly. Be done. Be done. That should be 12. It occurs to me this thing's going to be pretty massive. I mean, we can do try and figure out a 8-8 beacon build afterwards. So that. You go there. There. Oh, god damn it. None of it. It's going to be the same on the other side, isn't it? Or not? I feel a sneeze coming on. Gonna move you. There. Team prepared data for the warehouse. Fancy data pipelines, connections, dashboard. Team gave us the data. The first question is, can I pull the data from Excel stored on OneDrive? Oh dear. Every time. I like how in that short amount of time I collected 25 copper. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Progress on to the next row. I would like to maybe revert this one. User, yeah, so 12, or uses almost a full balance. It's like 12.6. Just tiny bit short. 13 does, but the 13th one barely runs. So might as well just run 12. I mean, this is only one option. I want to compare this with an 8.8 build. I just don't have an 8.8 build yet. A total 96. 24. Just making sure. I have a feeling just these builds being as long as they are is going to be the limiting factor. Excel as a business database solution makes your heart hurt. Your head hurt and your heart hurt. What do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Then the last one. It just kills you a little bit on the inside, doesn't it? Oops. Premature click. Yeah. You just feel yourself die a little bit. I'm confused or buried now. Oh. That's... eh? That's all ass backwards. Oh, that means the other one's probably ass backwards. Possibly. No? Good. I actually have no idea what an 8.8 build would look like. Yet. Crash all this junk. Okay. So we should be looking, yeah, 1.5-ish. Now I got to do the outputs. And that's the first one there. One, two, three, four. That hurts my eyes going through that. Beacon's running parallel alongside. Parallel alongside. Yeah, it would be. Then the other option was the perpendicular beacon build. Which I don't think really adds anything. It is 8.8, but it's parallel. The parallel 8.8. Right. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. Well, I've only got 3. Right, miss one. 1. You should be doing quite a lot more. Crew got wiped out. Skydive coming on in. There's 4. 3, 2. 2 and 2, or 2 and 3. And another one, what is that? Fur and whiskers. Okay. Oh, right, because I know why I'm confused. Because I never built the final extension. I only started building it. This thing here. What's that? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh dear. Now let's count. It made me do. 8. 9, 10, 11, 12. Few points. Gone forever. I was wondering... Alright, now we just gotta wait for everything to pull through. So what do we say this needed to be total? 76,000. We got 5.6, 5.7. $5.8. And this is only half of 1. So to complete it... we need another one. To make the 16 ore belts. Issue with the steel belts being one-sided? It'd actually save EPS in the end. I have to do it that way just to make everything in line with the design of the base. So there's meant to be... So there's balancing at the ore patches at the very beginning of the chain, and the idea is it stays one wagon to one wagon all the way through. So everything's got to be constant, and it's 16 ore wagons coming in. I think this might actually be the killer for the base. The weakness of the base is the 16 ore wagons to 8 plate wagons coming out. So 2 lots of 8 steel plate come out. You'll give me 12k. What did I say it was? 76. That's like... What is that? 8. 7, sorry. Because it's 12 sevens are 84, so... I mean, that's a teeny bit over. And the real question is, like for that is, how much steel do these need? A little bit. So, I could go 8. So 8 of these do the steel needs. Or comfortably do the steel needs plus extra. And these will load quite slowly as well, so it's probably worth having extra. These things are massive. Also need to figure out what the difference is between this and the 8.8 equivalent. Although I don't know what the 8.8 equivalent would be at this very juncture. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, I overbuilt a little bit. Go find my little hole. I mean, the UPS is terrible. Power draw is 9.5 gigawatts. Interesting, that's leveled out at 70. Going? More or less. No idea how this bot works. It's a strange one. 96. Six. Like that it should be. Yeah, some fans that tell you, but the thing is, one of them on their own did 12k. Completely fine. Why is it only doing 70? Yeah, 96 on 8's 12. It's definitely 12. The thing is, there was one. One set was doing. Oh, it's already so far behind. Yeah, 5.8 was one of them. 12 was one full set. So one of these was doing 12. For the game to catch up. Was it 5? Oh, it was 5.6. Never mind. I know what I did wrong. Never mind. Never mind. I actually didn't build enough. Yeah, I need two sets of these counts as one. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's only 6 out of 8. There we go. Yep. It's just a Seat and keyboard malfunction, it's fine. There we go. It's interesting how much the UPS goes down. Yeah, 92 now. Which is what it should have been. Yeah, I just miscounted. I was counting the halves, not the fulls. Because it's meant to be 1, 2, 3... 1, 2, 3, 4 in, not 2 in. Because it's 16 in, 8 out. I was looking at the 8 outs and thinking those were individual. Because that's 1, that's 2 of the same set. Yeah, this one won't turn on all the time. Oh yeah, these will go out because they're overproducing from productivity. 5-second graph with the UPS so high. What was the UPS on this too? 520 to 530. 30, 40. 50, 60. It's rising. It's probably the buffer's filling up. I'd just say 545 or something. Sub 2 milliseconds? Something like that. Whatever one on 142 FPS is. 7 milliseconds. That's right. 144 FPS is 7 milliseconds-ish. It's funny, 120 I think is 8 milliseconds. That's why you hit this hardcore law of diminishing returns with frame rate. Once you go above like 90 hertz refresh rate, you don't really get any benefit. You start really losing any benefit from it. Playing character idle, head turn, yeah. Listening to the Doom soundtrack, the original? Or 2016 or something? Or the Doom Eternal? 550, 570? I might just say 550. Let's say 550. Go even closer. You gotta give yourself a neck injury if you keep that up, damn it. Isn't a meat hook? Oh look at those shoes. Now it looks kind of janky. Because now you've seen it sped up, now you can see it slowed down. Yeah, you see, this doesn't look right. Okay, so that well, I've forgotten. Ready? Was it 550? It was about 550. And I actually don't have any. It's I'm using character modifier, running speed modifier on that one. So 550 for this. Time 30. Hmm. Yeah, now I'm just going to figure out a 8.8 build for this. The alternative is just to add more, like do it as a... No, I got it for comparison, for a proper comparison, I got to do it as um the same arrangement. So yeah, I'll do that next. But before I do that next, I need to quickly run to the bathroom. So we should be back, continuing in a minute or two. Yes, it is ad time. Alrighty. Trouble is I left a recording on that one because it's a sort of an it's an in-betweeny. What'd you get? You got people, got to watch people argue over how to pack a cooler. Bud Light. If I was to see it, it would have been DoorDash or something. Twitch ad partners aren't amazing. I gotta be honest. Okay, before I do that, how about I save this file first? So I'll just Control Z, kill the game. Better than the paper towel ones. Go. Paper towel ones? What were the paper towel ones? Whee! Yeah, I want to leave the top row of beacons behind. That way I can compare the difference. It's kind of frame rate sometimes on the video capture is a bit weird. Yeah, I want to leave those beacons there. Then we can compare the difference. Poor Veldex skull. I wouldn't mind getting a sound drop for that. Yeah, it's the closest you can get to the skull getting drummed. Push that to one side. Yeah, we get a substation which covers all that. Should be 9.4, yep. Tri-linear build. .4. Oh, I push it to there. We get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's only 4 lanes. Hmm. Why not? It's a little bit wasteful. A little bit wasteful. Look over. Used to walk through the park. Woodpecker live there. Drums, metal lampposts. That's pretty funny. I'm not sure if it's a good thing or a bad thing that there are no woodpeckers here. Probably a good thing because they sound pretty destructive. No, didn't need to do that. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so at 9.4, going back to the spreadsheet, there, it helps if I press the right button. So 9.4, we're only doing 507 now. What was 12? Oh, 1700, sorry. Yeah, that's the one we're looking at. So this is factoring in the productivity. 20 is 219, so 19, 2790. So 19 now. So we've gone from 12 to 19. So, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't think we need that many substations. That's 4. 8. And those backwards. Couldn't tame your appetite. Squirrels live there too. Brought half kilo of unsalted peanuts, and hopes to tame some of them. Eat the peanuts during the weekend. So you're the real squirrel then. Feldek squirrel confirmed. That's why he's getting his head drummed all the time. That's 7. 10. 13. 16. 19, I think. Just verify. Yep, 19. Always good to check. Squirrel with a koala identity crisis. I see a lot of problems with this blueprint already. It's just got a lot of, it's just compounding issues right now. I do not like. How do you access the middle belts? That's an issue for future me to deal with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, there is room for 8 to come out. Dear. Yeah, poor future Muju. Gonna have a bad time. One. Such an aspiring problem solver, taking on all these. It's amazing, isn't it? Just gets every problem solved, ever. I like that Veldak. That Veldak's very much a troublemaker. It's gotta be at every one. How long does a blue underground extend? Oh, maximum is 8 tiles. Right, what are we up to? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 9, 12, 15, 18. 18. That one there should be 19. 19. See, if I don't double check these, I'll inevitably get them wrong. 19. That's why I go to the trouble. Because, yeah, I will get it wrong. Yeah. Do the outer ore belts need to have underground sections for every beacon? Yes. Well, what is it? 3? Yeah, it's 9. The maximum reach is there. It's 1 tile short. Kind of annoying, but true. I mean, this substation's a bit of a problem. That's why I'm trying to ignore the problem for now. I suppose the very end one, I could just leave the substations out. How are we looking in terms of length? Even halfway. Bottom extra undergrounds, you're right. Captain Laser Eyes. Uh, 2 or 5. 8, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Second last one should be the 19th. Yep, second last one's the 19th. Like that. Pew pew. Oh dear. Kiwis have evolved the ability to shoot lasers out of their eyes. Look out. Yeah, I can, like, legitimately leave that one off now, because it's going to get connected internally over there. I see a problem. I see a problem. I'm going to have to do it back here. There, like that. That can't be there. Be nice if, actually, was gonna say, it'd be nice if they all lined up, but that's entirely down to me making them line up. Like, I don't need to push them forward. In fact, the ones that are pushed back are the done ones. The thing that we acute but annoy us and you get the laser treatment. It's like the goose treatment. How much would the build be affected by placing beacons in the empty space? The underground? I don't know. I mean, you'd boost. Problem is, like this one, be able to boost one of them. These are the ones that benefit from more beaconing. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll finish this design off first. That way we can get a comparative baseline between the two. Interesting. That doesn't see any ore. 19. Flip the builds inside out. Could do that too. Potentially. Also, hi Wakjar. How's your on-grid rails, Wakjar? I heard you have some on-grid rails. Or did I hear wrong? Incorrectly. Eat that. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. 6? Ah, 7 and 8. No wonder. You'd like to point out the Will built 2 of the 3 rails in the junction. Okay, so Will's a majority stakeholder in the junction. A majority shareholder. I mean, at the end of the day, he's Overlord, so he's responsible. He's the responsible. Go. Why are you shoveling so fast? Compared to this one. Oh, it's probably because that one's backed up. This is number 3. Four. Like that. Your junction. Beacons affected steel smelters more than iron smelters. That mean they're removing iron smelting beacons could be profitable. I suppose turning them around would make sense, because then you could get external beacon coverage, sort of. Trouble is, for an 8.8 beacon build, this one isn't amazingly efficient. It doesn't really benefit, like, get the full benefit of an 8.8 build. 7, 10, 13, 16, 19. 19. Rod mods in iron mean... Yeah, because of the productivity iron and it's 1-to-1 means that there's always an iron surplus. Better not be backwards. Look, it's Thor with that sub.
7-month hype.
7-month hype in Finnish. Thank you very much for that. How you doing, Locator? Thank you very much for that 7 months. Show some love and hype in chat for Locator's 7 month. Yep. Alright. So this should get up to like 5 point something as well. I wonder if it might be worth to cut down the outer beacons and the iron smelters to run slower. You can do that. Yeah, only one side. So it's pure. It's turning one input belt into whatever output. So comparing it to the previous build 6. I've forgotten what the other build did already. Did it make 6 as well? So the reason it does that is because we've got to match the 1-to-1 system. Right, so we've got something that compares to the previous full beacon. Yeah, I think it was 5.8. So I don't know why this is 6.2. $76. Maybe backlog. I mean, that's 19 all the way down, so it is correct. It's a little bit shorter than the previous one. Where's my hole? Go find my hole to park in. Giggity. I'll just run it like that. It's 3,000 UPS. I think that's already better. Point 2. 26K 6.2. 26 6.2. I named it wrong, didn't I? I did. Yeah, I could almost drop a 30-second just while this thing's charging up. While this thing's... that should equalize. I mean, it still does around 550 or 530, but if I get rid of this, that should go back to 550. Yeah, 550. 590. Never mind. 600. Fine. 500, 550 or 610. 620. Why is it better now? Why is it so much faster than before? This is the one downside to doing these performance tests is you never quite get the same thing twice. I'm inclined to say 622, 624. Oh, you know what? That's locked at 60 now. Hang on, the frame rate's different. Oh, steady on. Frame rate's changed. It says it's holding 60. It's not going up to 144 now. Interesting. There's something with the frame rates changed. The UPS maybe. I mean that's leveled out. I'm gonna say I'm inclined to say 628 now. Almost 631. 631. Make a note of that. So that way when I forget it, can make a note of it. Steel smelter test there. Alright, let's build these. What? Off. How was that off by a tile? You see that? I was confused because I saw it on the map view. Is it definitely... That's really strange. Because I definitely copy and paste... How did I get one off? In the copy and paste? Let's do that again. Oh, they're mismatched, are they? Yeah, I do. Get them right. Never mind. I thought something crazy was going on. No, it's just a seat and keyboard error again. I mean, they're still quite clearly off. Yeah. Yeah, it's a seat and keyboard issue again. Two, three, four, 5, 6, 7. And it's now a little bit similar height. It's similar height. It's actually not much. I think the dimensions are almost the same. And then at number 8 to bring it up to 92k. There we go. I mean, it's not looking good so far. I'll just wait for it to charge up though. Oh, and yeah, the radar. I mean, it's still worse than the previous. What did I say it was? It was 5. It was 550, 650, and it's only at 390 right now. Still building up. Not quite full speed yet. $400. I wonder if that again comes down to the slow craft. Makes the full beacon better. Oh, hang on. They're going off and on. Let's have a look at that. Is it because it's end of the line? Got modules? They got modules. They should have no trouble keeping up. Oh, yeah, that's, oh yeah, it's end of line. Oh, 98. 98? Not too many. Did I only build 7 in the other one? Did I build 7 or 8? That's the trouble with doing this. Never remember what I did. 3, 4. Hang on. Well, could be worse. Could be a variety creamer. There we go. It's the same stats. $420, $430. Bleh. See, this is why I was stalling on smelting, because I had to do all this stuff. I mean, the next question is, how does this compare to just doing iron ore to iron plate, and then iron plate to iron to steel plate, iron plate to steel plate, iron ore plate to steel plate. So it's about 430, 420, 430, 425 maybe. So that's like this has the full beacon steel has a what's that? That's like a 30% advantage over this one. If I've ever got that right. Huh. How's that? It also occurs to me I'm going to need a lot of outposts. It's like 1,000,000 ore, I think. Or 478,000 iron ore a minute I need to be mining. And 380. Basically, I need to be mining as near as close to 500,000 iron and copper ore a minute. It's a lot of iron and copper. It's power usage? Good question. 12, it's using more power too. It's you know why? It's because it's not using the beacons as effectively. It's a downside to the perpendicular 8.8. You know what? A perpendicular 8.8 sucks. I'm gonna say it now. It's been consistently worse in every case. 12 gigawatt just for the steel smelter. And that's just enough to satisfy itself. That's not counting what's needed for like overbuild. It's a bit like that. Like this equivalent steel build would be like that. If I was to do true 8.8. Suppose you could pack it down like so. Save a little bit of space. I think that. Not actually enough room for it to do anything. No, there isn't. That would be chest. There's no room for an output, unless because this would be hard up against each other. So in these 6 tiles, you need an innie and an outie. Well, there's 2 belts. Ain't happening. Yeah, it's still attached to the same belt. It's just needlessly small, that thing. Okay, so the full beacon does actually work. Does actually benefit in this case. Hmm. As I say, the next test really to do, but I don't really want to do, is the each to each. Alright, let's go for an adventure. Hello. You know you're gonna lose it all. This checking sprites takes so long. There it goes. And at some point, the game capture will catch up too. At some point, there it goes. I'll get rid of that. I couldn't help it. So, that's full beacon thing. Oh dear. It's a chonker. And the problem is it comes all the way up to like there. And then I still need the iron smelting on top of that. Rip space. I mean, I did sort of expect all the way down here to be smelting. But I didn't think I'm going to need even more on top of that. Also, what's power doing? No, I'm just trying to stall here now. It won't, no. It'll always be massive, unfortunately. It's just the nature of steel builds. Oh yeah, single one net for now is still 5k a minute, which is a lot more than what I'm doing right now. I'm only doing... Oh, that. 300. I haven't been really doing more than 1k a minute at this point. Yeah. That was when I first fed the plate in. So I'm not even doing 1k a minute right now. So that's a significant step up. It'll certainly eat these patches. How many... Well, to get an idea, let's go have a look. Need them to build iron. Iron helps us play! I need Factorio Lab again. Nothing visible happens. I never found out what I undid somewhere else in the base. I've done that. And then to your horror you discover something random being torn up. Iron plate, 478,000. Yeah, 478,000. Oh, hang on. So, boop. 478,000. That is actually minus that. So it's only 60 builds. Which is actually 64. And that explains the discrepancy there, which is still actually a discrepancy, mind you. Although it does include ammo. The Factorio Lab doesn't a redo mod. Oh, you mean like a Control Y to redo a build? There are many times when I've actually gone to do that. Yeah, it'd have to be coded in the game, wouldn't it? The redo functionality. Yeah, so 50% of the iron goes to... See what that number even is. 50% of it goes to steel plate. How much? 56% exactly. Uh, Often as you set a recipe and undo a change, of course, doesn't work. Yeah. It's amazing how often you press undo and redo. So 282, what are you? Transport bill 2892. I'm pretty sure I already did these. Like 405. Yeah, I think I've done all these. It's 10,000 iron plate goes into sticks alone. It's pretty incredible, isn't it? Control Z. It is a lot of sticks. Sticks and rocks could make to make rail for purple signs. Yeah. Okay. I mean, I've got it as 104 there. So it's 104. So it's 7, or it would be 8 to do that. Is it 8? 16 by 8 is 128. 16 by 7 is 112. The previous one's 96. Not very good with the 16 times tables, you know. So it needs 7 by 16s. Oh, wrong button. Wrong button. One of those is 16. Or one of these is 16. One of these. So, oh yeah, one of those is a lot of 16, so I need 7 of those total going down. And then the steel, the 7 steel on top of that. That's a long one. I'm going to need a lot of artillery. I'm going to need to liberate a lot of space. So let's start with this. Just to get an idea of space. Like that. I could start about there. Yeah, well, I'm going to leave all this for trains, so start about there. Oop. Yeah, that's just going to extend way down there. Start the arty production. I built some, but it's not doing anything yet. Yeah, I'll probably start it there. Perfect timing, radar. I'll just figure out what to do with that. I might even shift it down a little bit further. I mean, I was considering pushing it down further anyway. Like, I'm gonna want a lot more space free here for trains and things and activities. Alright, I think the next step is also to copy and paste this. Grab that. I can grab this. You're building this in game mode or in cheat mode? Yeah, I'm doing this in legitimate. So I'm prototyping them in with creative in its own little world. But this is all legitimate. Probably gonna regret that decision. Ah, there it is. Blue water would be this. This be the area which hasn't been touched by pollution fully yet. Alright, first things first, let's build some track to it. Actually, build this first. Ugh. Look at that, it's disgusting, all these trees. Be cool to change the water map view so it's green. Just the actual map view changes to green. I mean, it's great, it's nasty there, it's nasty green there. Burn it. You know what would be nice if the bots actually took the trees down instead of trying to place stuff. Like, seriously. That is surprisingly ineffective. Bots, please. Don't make me burn it all. Problem is burning it is the bots are just going to kill themselves. Because they'll just sit there in the fire and just destroy themselves. You have eggs, sausages, and pancake. I nearly read that as egg and sausage pancake for a minute there. Apparently I lost a few up here too. Actually, I'm not sure if this belongs to the outpost. Might be out of bot range. Yeah, it is just. I mean, it could be an egg. Can you even have an egg and sausage pancake? Is such a thing possible? Is such a thing actually edible? Is the thought of one actually vomit-inducing? It does feel somewhat vomit-inducing. Yeah, let's creep across and try and deal with these trees. And recover these bots. Very stupid bots. Unfortunately, they don't know which order to build in. Egg and sausage pancake? I mean, I'll probably give it a go. It would be a strange one. I'd be keen enough to give it a go. Could say keen as mustard. Then there's the thought of putting mustard on that as well. Supply. I've gone blind. Labs? Oh, because it's inaccessible yet. My iron. Activity. N and 120. Perfect. Yeah. And I've had room meat. Surprisingly disappointing. It's nothing really... Yeah, I did actually have nukes. I don't want to be recklessly destructive though. That would be silly. Wouldn't it now? Right, somewhere in here is a curve that I want. There it is. Kangaroo burger or local pumpkins? Yeah, it's nothing. It's like crap beef at best. It's like some really low quality beef or maybe lamb. It's really not that good. Like it's passable. It's not terrible, but it's just not anything particularly exciting either. 50% beef and kangaroo. It kind of makes sense, because the beef is just to give it something, some flavour. I sent it to the pack stop, didn't I? Can't believe I did that. Time passed. There we go. Okay, to get it to give it the right orders makes all the difference in the world. Oh, hello, train. You're not bringing me anything because you haven't been ordered to bring me anything. You would also benefit from a radar. Alright, so... where's the revised... There's the revised smelter. Oh, actually, where's the... Yeah. So smelter needs to be about there. I don't want to try trim... I don't want to trim too much landfill there if I can help it. Well, I'll just wing it and say about there. It's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. 16. So that's one 4 trains worth. One lot of 16. So I need 7 more of those. Give it a helping hand. Start on the trees. You want a recount? There's a recount. There's a second opinion on the recount. There you go. Have 1 unit of wood. You know what'd be nice is being able to blueprint the wires. That would be nice. That way they don't do all this crazy crossing crap. Okay. Let's try and hear yet. Now it's doing us runs through nuclear, that one, then iron. Wyco mod. Oh, that's right. I think it was mentioned previously. I seem to remember it coming up before. You know, I got to actually look at the horizontal alignment between the iron smelter and the copper smelter to make sure they horizontally align too. I mean, apart from being aesthetically perfect, it is actually kind of important. But you're going to skip that and come down here. You know what? A little bypass lane through there might be a good idea. That way it doesn't need to do a lap of the map to get here. Yeah, I remember it being mentioned. I completely forgotten about it. Let's give you some robo ports. That way it can start doing what it needs to do. Oh. How about I give it power poles that can reach? Like that. Two connections for redundancy. Rail blueprint help align. I could actually, yeah. Or I could use, if I copy it and align it on a grid. Why? Oh, right, because I'm tearing everything up. Hello, train. You need some of them. These trees are annoying. They're very, very annoying. Just exterminate every tree within radius of this place. When press of C solves all my woody problems, it does. It does. I noticed. Yeah, it's got all the same smelter settings, so it should be fine. On light tap of the sea. I mean, it's only rockets. We could go with the heavy-duty rockets and really clean this place up. There you go. Maybe clean up some cliffs too. There we go. Place is clear. Did half half the bots work for them. There you go. The bots are all lazy now. What definitely doesn't have anything to do with the construction queue or anything. You know, I couldn't have positioned that any better without destroying anything. Right, tell you what, let's put the heavy fireworks down before an actual accident happens. Scared you a little. Made that sphincter pucker a little. I've just got to keep an eyeball on that. It's got 1.5 gigawatts to go. Look, this puddle's green and that one's blue mostly still. Yeah, that'll sort that issue out soon enough. That'll sort that issue out soon enough. So it's taking. Ooh, I still have coffee. I like it when that happens. Alrighty, let's have a look over here. Victim number 2. I think this thing's issue is, it's not like I'm trying to... It has something... This place's issue has something to do with me telling it to deconstruct everything that it's told to build up until this point. You want... Oh, nuclear fuel. Okay. Bots are rebelling. They would. Apparently these bots are rebelling. They're not doing anything anymore. I guess they're scared to come out of their roboports now because of all the nukes going off. They're hiding in their little roboport fallout bunkers. Right. Why not decrease? Never. More work. Never slack off. I mean, it's not like it has any impact on performance, time, or anything like that. Right, how far off is it? Dun dun dur. Down here. Another problem to solve with the C key. If it was a little further into the base, I would agree. I would agree, but at this particular point, losing modules now wouldn't be amazing. Another thing I'd actually do is just... In fact, it'll do it on its own, naturally. I'll lose power to the roboports, which will shrink the network. It's not like they're tearing up tons of belts and inserters and stuff. Should also take a minute to appreciate just how big this thing is too. Kind of absurd. Oh yeah, I never actually gave this thing its full complement of bots too. So I actually did summon more bots to be sent out. There we go. And I wonder there's so many logistic. Oh, well, that'll get it done faster, at least. What are we looking at? I mean, the queue is actually coming down. It's below 1,000. Things I cancelled all that and deconstructed it all. It's come right down. Ah, that need to sneeze again. And nuclear fuel. I'm cautious of stuff being called just because of what stuff's being requested. Because it'll get dumped elsewhere. You know, I'm probably going to have to tear up all these furnaces as well and beacons. I mean, I could just burn nuclear with them right now, actually, while I think of it. Oh, 4. Game updates at 4. Alright, what can we do about down here? My bot's going to be helpful, or are they just going to try and place all the new stuff over the top of the stuff marked for deconstruction? They're going to stand over the stuff marked for deconstruction. Okay. Yeah, man, bots. I know how to play the game. Game of patiently waiting for bots to do things. Yeah. Much. Ideally, this would run at 60, but I highly doubt that's going to happen. I reckon I'll probably get to about 6K at 60 EPS with with all these highly optimized designs. I think this map will run at like 40 when it's running. If it runs at 60, that'd be impressive. There we go. It's amazing. Did something. It's in the title. Well, the target's in the title. The reality, but the UPS reality is probably not going to be at 60-60. I wonder. This read. Or that's not quite right. 13 needs to be 10. Think for the beacons to overlap. Yeah, like that. This would help with the horizontal as well. Beacons there. Beacons there. Okay. So that part is lined up. Downside, this thing just needs time. Really figure itself out. Got me there, finally. There we go. Doing smelting. Doing the smelting. Finally. Oh good, it's connected again. It's too bad I deconstructed all the radars by accident. Yeah, I got close enough to all my bots. Oh yeah, I was having... Before we were having trouble with oil, weren't we? Yeah, like, because that's basically pulled down. This is pretty close to being pulled down. Actually, I think that oil train's parked there permanently now. Yeah, that one's gathering. That one, where's that one? That one there. Yep, there it is. More oil. I think it was like 1 point, what did I say? It was like 1.7 million oil per minute for this map. 1 million oil per minute. Yeah, 1.7 million was the other base. God damn it. Get out of here, trees. Ow, ow. There's a reason why I have the shields, normally. It was 16, wasn't it? 16. Oh look, the trees are all gone. Can we make those disappear too? Guess not. Still made them disappear though. Very important stuff, getting rid of all these trees. These things. What's our wood burner doing? Surprisingly lacking in wood, unless it's burnt through it all already. Wouldn't surprise me if it has. Okay. So if that's one... Actually, before I copy and paste that... Does it request from buffer chest for the wood? I don't think I'm putting it into buffer chests. Check. Yeah, there's none in the network. It's probably burnt it all already. It's either burnt it's burnt it all or it's or it's not delivered at all yet. Oh, I see why. It's still here. It never actually left here. You know what else I need? And another one of these. Alright, this one, SM iron. Circuit greater than, red greater than 1. I'm going to have to wait for the trains to all cycle though, because I pushed that one out the way. Damn it. One, two, three. Three. Two. Alright. Yeah. Do a little bit of prep work to get it to expand itself. And the space between the whole lot's 3. That's pretty central to lot. I could squeeze it in here, that would be nice. Then it covers both. Realistically, one at either side of the loading and unloading would do it. More importantly, actually have robot ports. Yes, you do. Oh, hello, train. Yeah, go get your own. go get your buffer chest to build yourself. So that's the final for one build. Now I finally got there. Two. Three. Four, five, 6, 7. 5, 6, 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4. One more down and then maybe the rest steel. That's how many I put down total? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. A steel smelter. Oh dear. Bit of a chongus. Hey ladies! You like this smelter? You thought you liked that smelter? How about this smelter? Oh dear. What did I say it was? I've forgotten now. I should write these down on the map. Uh, we need 76,000. What did the half smelter do? Or what did the 16 lane smelter do? I've forgotten. It's 5.6, wasn't it? Or was it 12? Monster Smeltum for the Magnum Science build? A. It's not the size of your smelter, it's how you use it. I've actually forgotten what this was actually, what the first one actually did. Fab. Was it 5 or was it 12? I'm pretty sure it was 8 builds, 8 steel smelters anyway. Like, as in 8 of these. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh dear. What? I'm gonna drop one more here. And just use this space here down below. Maybe 2. Just get it away from there. I think that's more effective. Off by a tail. Uh-oh. Where did it go off by a tail? How many UPS to expect when the base is finished? About 30 to 40. I don't have very high expectations. Like, it's realistic. Yeah, just gotta hunt the right pixel. There we go. So should have been 4 tiles in between, because there's beaconing changes. Get to 510. It's gonna be a nightmare finding the actual overlap point. Then again, it could just be right there. Pretty sure that is actually the overlapping point. Yeah, it is. No, it isn't. I'm gonna have to wait for the... Oh, hang on, no, I see it, I see it, I see it. I don't need to. I lost it. It's gone. Gone forever. Oh no, there it is again. No, that's not right. Now, if I could move through this forest... where'd it go there? There it is. Right, that should keep the bots busy for the next eternity. Those bots are full up. Again. Bruce and Beacon. I actually used the end of the lane belts as the reference. This one should actually still have the old request, which has trees. Which has this the request imaging thing. So I should have a ton of construction bots in theory. In theory. There it is. So blown way over the recording time. Oh, I got started. I think I can split the recording here. I can have a look at what other people are doing. I mean, we don't have to keep doing Factorio. Yeah, well, achievement has been unlocked. I did achieve I did manage to do. Are we here yet? Bye, bye, bots. Yeah. Veldex seems to be winning that all now. Yeah, you were complaining before. Requesting radars, good. So you'll expand the radar range. Yeah, well, anyway, I might, I don't know. What do I do next? Well, I started the smelting. That's the achievement, finally. I spent 2.5 hours procrastinating on it, but I got it.